Yo, what up, what up? This is week 2 of the fall anime season. It's gonna be a quick update video of the shows I've been watching this week because I'm literally going to Korea tomorrow. My flight is happening, so yeah, I'm gonna quickly upload this. I'll probably do a bit of editing, and yeah, besides that, yeah, talk about some shows this week. I know like people have been memeing, so I'm gonna mention that the One Punch Man scene with Garou just like sliding through the grass. Like they don't got time, they're cutting corners, but at the same time, characters are detailed, so it's like as good as you can maybe get with JC stuff on One Punch Man. I also watched the Chainsaw Man movie today as well. It was hype. It was hype, great new character, kind of like emotional story, cool like fight scenes. The colors are back. It's like well animated, like new continuation of Chainsaw Man. It is hype. And yeah, it feels kind of insane. Like we had the Demon Slayer movie, we had a Chainsaw Man movie. Bro, what's with all these high quality movies we're getting this year? But yeah, besides that, let's get started. So there's a good amount of shows this week. I kind of want to talk about Chitose in the Ramune bottle because y'all kind of fuck with this anime. We got 3 episodes. Like at first I was like thinking of trying to hate it because I knew it was gonna be a bit cringy. Kind of like self-insert harem. This dude, he's like kind of cool, I guess, and just like no consequences really, just the popular kid in the school. So yeah, I mean like the real villain he's fighting in these like beginning episodes seem to be incels or like people jealous of him. He's trying to get this green haired dude Kenta, who's like holed up in his room, trying to get him to go back to school because his teacher kind of asked Chitose to do this. So Chitose just like barges in, breaks his door, his glass door on his balcony, because yeah, his mom gave him permission because yeah, this dude got no consequences. And yeah, he actually has a genuine conversation with him. He's like, oh, I can relate to you. I read these light novels that you've read with like, isekai harem stuff because of course he has. And then, he has like kind of good positive advice. So Shitose kind of tells him like, people are people. You gotta ignore them. Just like live your life. It doesn't matter if you're popular, unpopular, if like, bad stuff happened to you, people make fun of you. Just like, keep going. So things move on. He kind of tells Kenta to like, take responsibility, just better yourself, stop moping in your room. And yeah, it just felt like a good speech, honestly. Props to Chitose for, kind of like carefully helping this guy. Also, yeah, he kind of like hangs out with Kenta at school because yeah, add him to the friend group. Maybe give him some like confidence. This is like a 3-week type of deal. I kind of like this as well because it's not like he wants to baby Kenta. He doesn't want Kenta to like rely on him. Help you out, give you some like early confidence, and then you can go from there. Maybe make your own friend group because also this anime seems to like have people in certain positions. So yeah, just because Kenta's in the friend group doesn't mean he'll be there forever. Like people seem to be destined to be in like certain groups. That's kind of like the message I'm getting from this anime so far. But besides that, Chitose hang out with all the other girls as well, like kind of one-on-one dates with each of them. So he doesn't really do like any group hangouts actually. But yeah, blonde-haired girl, the really positive one, she's there. There's like 2 sporty ones that he also hangs out with. Kind of matches his energy and helps him. So yeah, more girls out here. I'm not really sure who my favorite is so far. I have like some picks maybe. Like I do like the kind of dark-haired athletic girl, but we gotta see more. We're only 3 episodes in. But yeah, besides that, the big thing that happened in episode 3, there's some drama because Kenta, Chitose kind of invites him to like do like a 3v3 soccer match against like these dudes that were bullying him. Because they're like, oh, Kenta, what are you doing? Chitose's using you. You're a loser, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's just like petty shit. But then yeah, Chitose actually invites Kenta to play soccer with them. And then, loser gets to do a punishment. And the problem is like, they're kind of like forcing this onto Kenta a bit too fast because yeah, he's kind of integrated into their group. He's like, living his life being friends. But at the same time, if you kind of embarrass yourself in front of like a lot of people, like you're just not good at something, it is like pretty frustrating. So yeah, he does feel frustrated. He doesn't think this is fun. Draws a rift into their friendship. He thinks Chitose is like intentionally trying to make fun of him. It didn't really like have fun at all. Like even though it's like light banter, people are joking around, no one really takes his game seriously. It's whatever. Kenta doesn't really feel that way, which is understandable for him. But yeah, Kenta took it the wrong way, and he yells at Chitose for using him, runs away. I kind of like don't like it but also don't hate it. Like it feels a bit realistic actually because yeah, I'm like vibing with the dialogue. If you compare it to something like Days with My Stepsister, I thought that one was like a bit more boring and super tropey, but here like the tropes are just reserved for the harem stuff. Chitose actually doing things himself, his dialogue, it feels like actually genuine. So yeah, I guess we'll see how the story goes in the future. Also after that, we do have One Punch Man season 3, so we're on the 2nd episode. This was funny actually, I liked it. It was the famous kind of Dine and Dash episode, but no one's talking about that. Everyone's just talking about Garou sliding down the grass. Other negativity, I see people saying Ofubuki, they changed her design because she has a season 2 design with like her dress and then like the neck cut off. But then in the actual manga, she has like a turtleneck sweater type like rest going on. So yeah, that's another nitpick there. Besides that though, yeah, this episode was super funny if you ignore like kind of animation flaws, because yeah, Garou, he kind of broke free from the monster hideout. They want him to kill someone, the monsters, but yeah, now he's replenishing his energy first, so he goes into a family restaurant and eats a lot of food, but he can't pay for it, so he leaves. Coincidentally, Saitama's at the same restaurant, and he also forgot his wallet. So Saitama's panicking like, oh shit, I'm gonna be a dine and dasher, I'm gonna be a criminal, they're gonna punish me. So he's panicking, and then Fubuki comes in to save him. She just shows up, she wants to recruit him again. And then he's like, okay, what if you eat my french fry? Now you have to pay for the meal. I'm gonna go stop Garou from dying and dashing. So it kind of big misunderstanding, but yeah, I love the comedy here. And then Garou kind of feels bad that he's being bullied by this like weak ass bald hero. So he kind of wants to kill Saitama, and then Saitama's like, bro, we're both dying and dashers, leave me alone. And he one punches. Alright, yo, Garou's been getting beaten up by Saitama like for the longest. So yeah, maybe this will actually have some consequences in the future. But also after that, we see Garou hang out with like the little Kitaro. And then there's kind of like this Ripper villain showing up, like this dude with bandages and knives in his hands. And he's fighting like these two villains. One is like the kind of guy with blades, and then another one is like insect god, bug god. So we end the episode there. Again, you know, disappointing. The little bits of action we do have, it's not good. Like the highlights I'd say is that the, you know, sound design is better, you know, the comedy lands for sure, and you know, character designs are like pretty solid. So yeah, I think like they did well with like actually detailing the characters. And then obviously what's missing is the animation, so yeah, we're gonna say that every week. But you know, besides that, I'm gonna keep watching it. I love the comedy here. Also after that, we have Spy Family season 3. So we're on episode 3, Lloyd backstory. Bro, I thought I was watching a cute slice of life anime. What is this, like Saving Private Ryan depressing ass war shit? Oh my god. So yeah, we did get Lloyd's backstory. So yeah, his city was bombed, Ostania. So yeah, like East and West are going to war. Like nobody really knows who started it. There's conspiracy theories that was like an inside job. But yeah, what Lloyd knows is that his city's being bombed by the enemy. So he has to go join the army. He needs revenge, stop people from dying. So his way to stop it is to win the war, I guess. So he kind of like makes a fake name identity to join the army because he's like really young. I think he's 16. But yeah, he just like kind of rises the ranks, kills like hundreds of people. He's like a super strong jaded soldier. After his whole town got bombed, like his mom died later, and then he thinks all his like childhood friends also died. So it's kind of sad. There's like edgy, depressed Lloyd now. We see him meeting up with Frankie, so Frankie's part of like the other country. But yeah, Lloyd kind of doesn't shoot him, and it looks like, you know, Frankie's just like, all right, why don't we just get along? You know, it's like the higher ups, they're starting the war. It's not relevant to us little people. We're just trying to survive. So Frankie's out there, they kind of separate, but I guess they'll meet soon in the future. Besides that though, yeah, the thing that kind of breaks Lloyd finally is that like he kind of rises up the ranks. He's like a sergeant now, but he's also like kind of injured. So he goes back to the base and he sees his childhood friends are still alive, the kids that they played war with. So he's like, damn, he starts crying. That was emotional. Like his boys, they're growing up. But the problem is the boys, they have like this kind of suicide mission coming up. Nobody knew about it, but yeah, it was very bad and they all died. So now Lloyd is like super broken. Because he lost the little remaining bits of hope he didn't know he had. That shit got ripped away from him. And yeah, I guess he's like more broken now. But also at the same time, the spy kind of recruits him to the spy organization. He's like, yeah, we need people on the inside, like fighting, getting information. So that's how Lloyd became a spy. We get a quick backstory. Then he wakes up, end of the episode. Because yeah, the reason he fainted, we got the backstory, is because Anya got a bolt. To nitrous bolt. So yeah, I mean, if she gets more of that, maybe we unlock more backstory. But besides that, you know, really insane good episode. Didn't expect it, but you know, when Spy Family does story progression, it feels good. You know, sometimes getting too much slice of life can be boring. So yeah, I do love these moments. You know, similar to like last season where we had Yor fighting on the cruise ship, like shit like that was hype. Or just like lighthearted moments, but actually like good character development and explanations and, you know, story progression. All right, so for Musume Cinderella Grey, we have episode 3. So yeah, it features Belno, so she's like Ogre Cap's trainer friend, horse girl. And then all these like foreign horse girls are coming in, so she's has to get intel, follows them around, even though this intel is probably available on Google. But yeah, basically she does like her own investigative journalism. It's pretty cute. We see all these kind of cool foreign horse girls, different countries. There's European, there's American. They all have funny names. There's like Michelle My Baby, there's a Britain one who's like Moon, and then there's the Italian one, Tony Bianca. Bro, all these horse girls got aura. The Italian girl, she's probably the strongest so far. And of course there's also Ogre Cap and Tamamo Cross, and yeah, I guess we're getting intel on them. It's pretty cool. Also, apparently all their names were like localized. They weren't translated to like the real horse names because they couldn't get the rights. There's also another American horse that's we're missing, or her name is Obey Your Master. Kind of a weird name. But But also, yeah, apparently she's just like lazy, chilling. She's a bit weird, doing her own thing, just like putting her head on the grass. Also, we see that she's really smart. She's taken a lot of intel on this race. She knows a lot about Ogre Cap, how, you know, she didn't run 2,400 meters like ever. And also, yeah, she knew like all about her lore, like her facing Tamama Cross and her being like in a small town. So it looks like they're setting up Obey Your Master to be kind of like this scary, just like all knowing horse. And then, you know, all the other horse girls are there just like getting stronger. This was definitely more of like a setup episode where we see all these girls here and not too much action or running. But besides that, you know, girls are training, getting ready for the big race. We'll see what's gonna happen. Also, after that, we have To Your Eternity, season 3, episode 3. Damn, interesting episode. So we get some good explanations on Mizuha. So yeah, she kind of ran away from her mom because of all the pressure of her like trying to be number one at everything. So yeah, that's understandable, but also yeah, she kind of sees Fushi and gets inspired by him. Like, damn, I want him. I found purpose in my life now because I've been doing all these like different activities. None of them were interesting, but me following Fushi, trying to merge with him, that's what I want. So her highest A bloodline is kind of like ripping through now. Also, we see she's a bit suicidal, sad, but then all her friends are kind of cheering her up. Also, it looks like her grandpa was kind of trying to tell her about Fushi. So apparently, yeah, he knows that their bloodline is like the guardians of the immortal type shit. But also, see at the end of this episode, she murders her mom. We don't know how or why, it just happened out of nowhere. There's multiple explanations. One, maybe she just broke, she was stressed and just murdered her. Another one could be like a supernatural explanation where, you know, the Heisei bloodline just awoken in her and then she just went ape shit and just like stabbed anything in sight that like she didn't like. So yeah, maybe like a combination of stress, not trusting her mom, and yeah, you know, waking up in the Heisei bloodline. So yeah, Mizuha murdered her mom. A big cliffhanger. I really want to know what's gonna happen. Maybe Fushi transforms into her. Maybe we can fix this. Probably not. But it's kind of serious now, so yeah, I'm kind of interested where the story goes. Also, after that, we have Gachiakuta. So we're on episode 15. They more fighting is happening, kind of like a big, not a tournament arc, but you have people just like facing off like 5v5 type of fight. So everyone's like kind of separated. There's like this huge kind of garbage pit in this cave. So everyone's kind of 1v1ing against like, you know, like their matchups. It looks like the stick guy is fighting Jabber, the claw guy. So a rematch there. Looks like Jabber can go phase 2. So yeah, the stick guy can't do that. So yeah, he has like big, giant, meaty claws, and you know, I guess it's gonna be tough. We see Rudo kind of facing off against the leader. So yeah, I mean, he wants all the Watchman tools. I feel like Rudo has no chance here. He's just young, mad, yelling, but also they're not really like fighting yet fully. We see Rio, the scissor girl. She's fighting this girl with hair powers. You would think scissor would hard counter hair, but then also her hair is electric. The metal scissors is kind of like a bad matchup. So yeah, we'll see how she kind of handles that. And everyone else is like kind of doing their thing. We see Engine there. We see like kind of like the baby squad as well, because yeah, the baby squad kind of showed up too. So yeah, a lot of like insane pop-offs so far. You know, hopefully this arc will be like extremely exciting with all these fights. We'll see how each of them go. And not that much to say here, just like some, you know, random ass like tournament fight scene here. We also have My Hero Academia. So yeah, final season, episode 3, Bakugo wakes up and he stops All For One from killing All Might. So, you know, good job for him. I guess he gets like superpowers because, yeah, I guess Deku shared One For All with him. Also, yeah, we see the ninja guy who like kind of sacrificed himself to like become Bakugo's heart. So yeah, they kind of explain more on how he did that. Not really relevant, but yeah, he basically, long story short, he sacrificed himself to save Bakugo. And then yeah, Bakugo's still like not fully healed. You know, like he just literally got heart surgery. We see Deku also like, you know, trying hard, like hurting his body, using all the other quirks he can. But besides that, you know, Deku, Shigaraki still fighting. And yeah, the fights are televised. We see like a lot of characters just like reacting. Bakugo going ham. So yeah, you know, it's looking good for our heroes so far. We'll kind of see how things go as the fighting continues. We also have Sanda episode 3. So yeah, more stuff continues. Our gang is kind of established. There's some like kind of huge twist in the story actually. So the girl that was missing that they were looking for, they actually find her in the school at night. But then at the same time, she just runs away from them. So it's kind of suspicious. Also, yeah, we see Sanda as another power, so we can tell like which kids are naughty or nice by having a lie detector built in. So anytime anybody like tries to tell a lie to him, like something falls down. And also at the same time, like, you know, a lot of people are lying to him, like, you know, girls that he likes. He doesn't want to deal with that. But then Fuyamura says, yo, Sanda, I trust you. We're gonna work together. I will never lie to you type shit. And she kind of like slams her hand on this glass, like punches it. That's kind of like tough from her, but it's basically just like making Sanda not give up because yeah, he's kind of sad, like getting all these like overpowered Santa Claus abilities. He doesn't want to handle it. Also after that, there's like a funeral for the missing girl, but it's all like kind of a ruse to lure out Sanda because yeah, everyone in the funeral, they're forced to wear red. Sanda doesn't show up, but then yeah, we see there's like also guards outside of the funeral, and yeah, one of them catches Sanda and then just shoots him. So yeah, I guess he'll transform into Santa Claus outside of school. Like there's like the Santa Claus hunting force out here. It's kind of crazy, but I really love the story so far. It's like insane. And it's funny. They're just explaining more of Santa Claus's powers. And at the same time, the friend group is kind of like getting closer to like uncovering some mysteries. You also have This Monster Wants to Eat Me episode 3. So a festival episode of Hinako. Damn, bro, the Yuri drama goes hard. The festival goes on, like Hinako's like sad. She wants to die, of course. Doesn't feel like happy in this festival. She keeps getting reminded of her dead parents, and she's like, it's not that I like remember them. It's the fact that I forgot about them. So Shiori the monster is like trying her hardest to kind of convince Hinako, bro, I'm gonna eat you. I'm not playing any games, trying to make you feel better or like baby you. I'm just gonna get your mental health up. I'm gonna get your meat to taste good, and I'm gonna kill you and eat you. So yeah, all these monsters are getting attracted to Hinako. Also, there's like some hints in the story actually that the red-haired girl that Hinako is best friends with, she's like a shrine maiden or something because her name is Miko, first of all. Maybe she was the reason that Hinako wasn't getting attacked by monsters. So yeah, that's going on. We see like Hinako actually lied to Miko because yeah, Miko saw her at the festival. Hinako's like, I'm not going. But Miko doesn't bring it up, which is pretty good. A solid friend. Maybe she's like trying to navigate the water, but she knows that her and Shiori are having a close friendship, so she wants to investigate. She sees Shiori kind of kill some like yokai outside of school. And now maybe they'll probably talk, become friends. Because yeah, we got 3 girls in the mix, so much drama. Hinako was just sad, and all these other girls are like kind of trying to help her, use her. Also, yeah, we have some cute shows, Touring After the Apocalypse, which is nice. More just like girls traveling together. That's when they go kind of like swimming in the water. They see penguins. They're like gathering more food as well. And it's like exploring more of Japan. I think they went to Tokyo Big Site here, like the big kind of like 4-pillar stadium with the kind of pyramid dome. But yeah, everything is dead. Like these guys are like the only ones alive out here. There's man asked for one final thing. So yeah, Punch Girl keeps going, punching people. There's 4 episodes. So yeah, I mean, this is the slave plotline. She freed the slaves basically, and then like almost kills the slave owner, but then a prince of a different country shows up. He has a blessing which makes him kind of invincible, so he can like tank any damage. But then Scarlet, she like gives him a concussion, just like knees him in the head. And then yeah, he falls in love with Scarlet. So yeah, this new red-haired prince falls in love with her. And yeah, she's doing her thing. Also, yeah, big thing, we see the slave owner. He gives Scarlet some like insane ass lore out here, bro. He just gives it to us for free. That the girl that like his husband was like kind of cheating on, his new fiance, she's actually isekai. He's from Japan. So that's interesting. So like the isekai person is the villain, and I guess she has to deal with that. Some character with some like kind of overpowered meta abilities. Also another cute show, a Mangaka's Really Wonderful Workplace. It's like Yuri's show with girls making manga. It's happening. We see the main character Futami. She also hires a new assistant. Just to draw backgrounds and stuff, and then yeah, she's also writing the shogi manga. So the anime's pretty chill, and that's pretty much it for the shows this week. So again, a lot of like cute little shows, but yeah, at the same time, a lot of like isekai as well, fantasy that I don't really talk about. I know I've seen some buzz about the assassin isekai, like the assassin hero one, and then that one has like actual like decent like quality animation and like kind of nice shiny characters, and really cute girls as well. But at the same time, bro, the story is like so whatever. But if you do like isekai, it's not like terrible for like a seasonal show. Also, Ranma 1/2 season 2 also dropped. There's 3 episodes. I'm not talking about it because I haven't watched it yet. I've been slacking. So yeah, I'll keep up with Ranma because yeah, I did love season 1. Really nice remake. And that's it for the shows this week. Thank you for watching. And please let me know what anime you've been watching this week.